Who is the real MVP? So there's been a lot of conversation. We're focused just on the Niners in this conversation. Brock Purdy, obviously now deep in the conversation for the award. However, a lot of people believe Christian McCaffrey should be the one anointed with the honor. In your opinion, who do you think most deserves the award of MVP?
Tyreek Hill.
I like it. Third answer. Why Tyreek Hill over CMC?
Because, well, let's say Tyreek Hill could break the record for receiving yards in a season. To me, that's the most impressive accomplishment. Brock Purdy having an excellent season, but not like the greatest season ever for a quarterback. McCaffrey, same thing, not the greatest season ever for a running back. Tyreek Hill might have the greatest season ever for a wide receiver. And the only reason he's not in consideration or more serious consideration for the MVP is because he's a wide receiver, which, frankly, Sourdeath Sam, pisses me off.
Yes, sir.
Because why are wide receivers second-class citizens? How come running backs can get consideration for MVP in 2023, but a wide receiver can't? What kind of fucking country is this, Sam?
Do you think Jerry Rice would have deserved MVP?
The fact that Jerry never won an MVP is a travesty. He should have won one. He's the greatest football player of all time. Joe Montana never won an MVP without Jerry Rice. Same with Steve Young. Freaking Rich Gannon won an MVP playing with Jerry Rice. He should have won at least one. It's time that we get past this second-class citizen status for wide receivers. I won't stand for it.
I like your passion. And actually, it's funny you mention that because I do think that Tyreek Hill is a absolute difference maker. I mean, the Dolphins are, without Tyreek Hill, the Dolphins are just simply not the same.
No.
And to a degree that almost would be concerning if I'm Mike McDaniel, because I got to say, man, this guy, I need this guy. And Waddle is a fantastic wide receiver, but Waddle works because everyone is also extremely concerned about the whereabouts of Tyreek Hill. And he is so dominant in so many ways. And you're right. I think there is a strong case to make with regards to Tyreek Hill. He called his shot at the beginning of the season of how many yards he wanted to get, and boy, he's close. He's close.
And what's interesting about him too is, let's say like he gets it in 16 games because he missed one. Isn't that even more impressive? Doesn't that make the record even stand out more? It's not like you put an asterisk next and be like, well, he played with a 17-game season. No, that was 16 games.
Yeah. No, I mean, let's be clear. I think Tyreek Hill is having a generational season this year. And I would not be surprised if Miami makes it deep into the playoffs because of him, because he is a difference maker. He can take the top off of defense and embarrass cornerbacks like no one I've seen this year. And I think it would be shocking to me if he at least wasn't in the top 5 of consideration.
But he's not going to win it.
I hope he's at least in the top 5 of consideration.
Me too.
I hope he's,
because I think that would reflect well on us as a society.
Yes.
I
like your passion for this, dude.
Yes. I'm an activist.
I like it. it. I think with regards to between CMC and Purdy, it's tough because obviously they're both putting up a phenomenal season. Frankly, a lot of 49ers on the offense and defense are. It's why they are leading in Pro Bowl votes for their respective conferences. What I am curious about is when Purdy went out, it felt like more of a crisis than when Christian McCaffrey was potentially not going to be available. And I say that because we have been scheming undrafted free agents into end zones for years. And that is not to take away from CMC, because CMC adds a lot of dimension to our run game, specifically because he is a damn good receiver when it all shakes down. But at the end of the day, when Purdy went down, I did not have faith in Sam Darnold. And I don't care.
So this is all a roundabout way of you shitting on Sam Darnold, is what you're saying.
I'm just saying there's probably only there's less than 10 quarterbacks in this league that I would not have concern about, like in this offense, compared to Brock Purdy. I think Sam Darnold, bless his heart, I think he could get acclimated and sort of put things in motion. But no, I did not feel a tremendous sense of confidence with him going in. And it truly.
Oh, you felt anxiety.
I felt a lot of anxiety, dude.
Yes.
I felt it was the scariest thing watching this happen, because for a second there I thought, okay, this is the season. It happened again. So, I mean, am I wrong?
love that whole thought that maybe he would get better on the Niners, and it was like, no, it's still Sam Darnold.
Oh my God, man. It's scary. It's like, I can't have anything happen to my baby Purdy. I finally feel safe with a quarterback in Shanahan's offense for once. And it's so important to me that he stays in there. So CMC is amazing. If I had to pick one for like 49ers MVP, it would be Brock Purdy. Because
It's got to be Brock. You got to give it to the quarterback. I think giving the MVP award to a running back is kind of silly. It's such a passing league.
Yep.
It's such a passing league. It really
100%.
has become that. And that's, to me, why I feel like a wide receiver should have more consideration over a running back anyway. And the main reason that McCaffrey gets such consideration for MVP is because of what he does as a receiver, right? So,
correct.
Anyway, it's got to be Brock. And frankly,
go ahead.
I would say it would be Tyreek because he could break a record, but you could also, there's no clear-cut rubric for what it is you're voting for. And you could say, like, well, if we want to remember this season in 20 years, like, do you remember 2023 football? You'd be like, oh, yeah, that was the year Brock Purdy went nuts. Like, remember when it's kind of like in 99. Like, what happened in 99? Oh, it was Kurt Warner year. He came out of nowhere. He was great. The whole team was great, but the whole story was the baggage, the guy who worked at this grocery store who became, it was Kurt Warner. It's the Brock Purdy year. It is the Brock Purdy year.
And in similar easily packaged lore, right? Back then it was former grocery store worker turns into a Super Bowl icon, and now it's Mr. Irrelevant. It's almost even more prepackaged because it's got this slogan on it.
It's just like Hollywood. It's like, oh, that was a hit in 1999. Let's do it in 2023 with special effects.
Totally,
3D.
totally,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm bought in. I think at the end of last year, I said this kid is pretty damn good. At the beginning of this season, I needed to see it again. Like, we got an off season. He obviously serious injury. Like, I needed to see it, and throwing interceptions in camp. What's going on? And then all of a sudden, the offense looks like it's humming. You look like you want to say something. I want to invite. What?
I need to see it this week.
100%.
Because look, he sucked against Cleveland. I love you, Brock. And he sucked against Minnesota at the end. And those were two really good defenses. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. He sucked.
Yeah.
He's a really good quarterback. This is the best defense he's faced. Those AFC North teams are no freaking joke. I want to see him light up Baltimore because he's been a lot better after the bye week.
That's true. That's true. I said on my last show, and I stamp it, this game will decide his MVP prospects.
No doubt.
Because he's, first of all, Lamar and him next to each other. You gotta test drive both these cars at the same time. See how they feel. Does this feel like an MVP car? Does this feel like an MVP car? You've got the luxury running ability, or you've got the luxury processing, timing, orchestra conducting.
Lamar's got like 900 horsepower, and Purdy has
and he's a damn good quarterback too. Let's not sleep on his processing ability either.
Yeah, Lamar's got like a V12.
Yep.
He's got like 900 horsepower. He gets about 18 miles to the gallon, whereas Purdy
less, dude. There's more octane, dude. He's got like 8 miles to the gallon because it's
Purdy's
just like
an electric
octane.
car. You do not spend
so
on
real.
gas.
Chevy Bolt, dude, but just like it's just so easy to get around, and you find parking everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm really intrigued.